Welcome back to Third Phase Moon, Blake Cousins, a special report. What's going on underneath the Pacific Ocean? Off the coast of Panama is a mysterious city with roads that are attached to it that extend for hundreds of miles. These roads are massive and unexplained. Some people compare them to an ancient highway that would help in travel to the mainland and some kind of city in the middle of the Pacific. These roads are almost unimaginable to understand on how they were built and designed, the purpose behind them. Look how wide these things are. It's approximately 2.5 miles wide, these roads. Brent, any thoughts? Yeah, look at the conjunction of highways basically coming together as crossroads in the Pacific Ocean. These crossroads underneath the water were basically built thousands of years ago. If that's the case, these are ancient ruins. Could these be roads to Atlantis or some kind of lost civilization? It's a good time to share these. As of just last week, we shared the anomaly off of the coast of Malibu, and they're scrubbing the images. So that's why we're getting this out at Third Phase Moon before Google goes ahead and paintbrush over these magnificent sites around the world. Absolutely. Get the information out before it's taken down. And one of the things that I'm looking at is in regards to the 3D maps. That's why we're sharing this. You may have seen these strange roads in the past, but unlike ever before, we're looking at it in 3D. So we're getting the grasp of how massive and extensive these road systems are that are found underneath the water. It really resembles a highway, like modern times, if you could imagine. But whatever these roads are and why they lead to where they do remains a mystery to this day. What is the reason behind this extensive road that leads out into the Pacific, coming in from off the coast of Panama? Yeah, the Coco Islands, is there any kind of relation, Brett? What do you think?
Yeah, it's very interesting. It maybe could be a port of entry, and the islands there are basically a drop-off depot. Could these be basically on-ramps to what you would call maybe an extraterrestrial airport before the oceans were even on top of this?
Or possibly USOs, underwater alien base that you could imagine an airport kind of feature, but not in the air, but underwater. Underwater civilization that once existed. It's hard to imagine the possibilities of a city that lives and operates underneath the water, but you never know. There are all kinds of UFO sightings coming off the coast. From the Pacific Ocean, many mysteries remain and yet to be solved exactly what the enigma of these lines are.
Yeah, we need to get the underwater submersibles, get down there with big lighting equipment and basically light that whole place up so you can see this surrounding area and get a grasp of what really is going on down there. Is this some sort of Google anomaly, basically a pattern that's a glitch in the system that creates these strange anomalies, or are these authentic, basically topographs of the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah, the Cocos Islands, I wonder what's really going on over there. It's apparently a national park, very secluded out in the middle of the ocean, but it definitely seems like a junction point for where these roads meet to this point at Cocos Island. And the point that we're looking at definitely seems like the origin of all the activity, the Cocos Islands. Anybody, have you guys been there? Can you tell me about it a little bit more? Has anybody actually set foot on the Cocos Islands? I'd like to see your photographs. But in relation to these roads that intersect with one another, it does not make any sense. It almost does resemble some kind of airport that you would see at Area 51. But other people speculate that these are just simple tracks left behind by fishing boats, kind of looking or fishing for crab.
With their most recent report with Brian Forster recognizing cataclysmic activity that may have happened 12,000 years ago, looking at these ruins basically of an ancient highway, they do look damaged and eroded, like something basically blew it up. There's edges in there that are basically eroded. could there have been a catastrophe in this particular area 12,000 years ago that basically hides this as an enigma below the Earth's oceans?
Yeah, I agree with you, Brent. This definitely looks like it has been blown to pieces. It's an ancient highway and it's eroded away underneath the saltwater oceans. But it's amazing that Google Earth is able to penetrate below the oceans through their technology and reveal the true nature of what's on the surface. And what we're looking at defies any kind of logic other than this is something mega, a mega ancient highway that has yet to be explained by science.
Yeah, we're gonna put the links in the description so you could basically go there and discover this yourself, and maybe you might find a little bit more detail and discover something else that we missed in this report. If so, basically break this down and send it to Third Phase Moon, and we'll do a follow-up on this story of ancient highways found beneath the oceans.
Absolutely. We're going to be doing more follow-ups, Brian, and what I want to get is your opinion. So what do you think's going on with these Google Earth images that link together some kind of extensive highway system across the Pacific Ocean? Whatever it is, it remains a mystery, and I think we need to find out and let NASA or Google tell us what exactly is going on, because whatever it is, it's not natural. If you look how massive these roads are and how wide they are, they even make our own freeways look pale in comparison. These structures and these roads are massive, and it's unlike anything that we've seen on our planet. But whatever it is, it's underneath the ocean. No telling how deep under the water. I would have to say maybe a half a mile to maybe 2 miles below the ocean surface. So for a man to get down there in a submersible is going to take some time, and to take a look at this massive geological structure in this feature of highways would take a lot of extensive submersible action with massive lights and surmountable amount of hours to traverse the whole entire area. If you could imagine a massive freeway system underneath the ocean, and trying to explore it would be next to impossible.
Yeah, it's not like you could just charter a boat and grab a couple of your friends and get some scuba tanks and go dive down there with a couple dive lights. You're basically not going to make out what you're looking at. The place is huge. So basically you're going to be looking at something like an ant looks at a pyramid. This thing's massive, so you're not going to recognize your surroundings. You need to basically sonar this with mapping. Sonar mapping would basically get a good look at what we're seeing here.
Whatever these highway systems were meant to be, why were they built, who built them, I'm sure we're going to maybe find out in the future. But right now, whatever happened underneath the oceans of the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Panama is going to remain a mystery for quite some time. But as you could tell, these roads lead to nowhere. It almost looks like there's some kind of
looks like an ocean port, actually, in Nicaragua.
Yeah, it remains to a mystery to understand what these mystery roads are, but it definitely seems that it was a road to the city of Panama coming in from the coast of Nicaragua. I want to get your thoughts, people. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Again, we're going to be sharing the original link. What are these ancient underwater highways all about? Let me know in the comments. We'll see you guys real soon.